Hi everybody, welcome back to the TETRIX RoboByte video series. This is Tim from Pittsco Education. In today's RoboByte, we want to talk about the TETRIX Prime Linkages. Now, the linkages are part of the structure category in the Prime section. They come in several different sizes. I have a 4-hole linkage. I have 5-hole, 6-hole, 7, 8. We jump then to a 13 and we end up with finally a 15-hole linkage. Now, the main purpose in linkages is basically to connect things. You can use them in several different ways in that manner. We could connect beams together, something like I've got right here where I have these two beams connected with these linkages. I've created a little void here, but using the quick rivets, that's one method of connecting beams with linkages. We also could use them more in the line of a brace, where in this particular aspect, I've got two beams that are creating an angle, and I have this linkage in the middle that acts as a gusset that braces those. Or you can actually use a linkage to create connection points between motion items. So this is an example of our walker bot from our expansion set. And as you can see, I have linkages between these two legs. The legs become motion elements, and because they're connected via the linkage, as I move and rotate my back legs, my front legs also move. So this is an example of a Pitman drive, so that we are actually transferring rotational motion into linear motion via those linkages. So those are some of the common uses of linkages. Remember, as far as an uncommon use, they are, you could stack those to create space. We've got 2 millimeters worth of thickness there, so if I stack enough of them together, I can create space. But also remember, there are some troubleshooting things that we need to take into account because they're 2 millimeters thick. If over a long span, they could bend. So if that's something we don't like, we have to make sure that we account for that by adding structure connection points between them. If we do need them to bend, that's obviously a positive thing. But keep in mind, because of that 2 millimeters thickness, if I'm using them to create space, the other item we need to keep into account, I've added 2 millimeters here, so if I'm building in this direction, my whole alignment in this direction will be off for those 2 millimeters. So those are things that you need to watch out for. For our additional resources, remember, we can always go to www.pitsco.com, and at the bottom of every product page, there are resource files such as spec sheets, CAD files. Everything you need to know specifically about that product lives at the bottom of that product page. So, like we always say, have fun, build some robots, and come back and see us.